Today's story is from Muhammad Al-Fad's book, The World of Jinn, based on actual events in Kuwait. The book contains stories about Jinn that occurred in the Gulf, specifically in Kuwait. This significant event occurred in the year 1972. It happened in Kuwait, Faris. There was a man known as Abu Jamal. Abu Jamal lived happily with his loving family, which consisted of his wife, 2 young daughters, and his eldest son, Jamal. Abu Jamal resided in an old house. An ancient, haunted house. It had ancient, creaky wooden doors and windows that we knew were cursed. The lighting in the house was dim. Each room in the house had only one bulb. Whenever you enter any room, you would find one bulb hanging from the ceiling. The rooms surrounded the house, and in the center, there was a courtyard like the old Arab houses. The rooms, kitchen, and storage were around a central courtyard. In the middle of this yard, there was a big tree known to us in the Gulf and in Kuwait. We call it the Sidra. The Sidra used to be considered frightening. In many homes, it was a common belief that Jinn resided within it. The house is an old Arab house with a single story. The house has a yard with a Sidra tree at its center. Abu Jamal and his small, loving family lived happily in this house without experiencing any problems. Until one fateful day, Abu Jamal's wife emerged from her cozy room and made her way to the kitchen. To get to the kitchen, she had to go through the yard. As I mentioned, the rooms are around the house. So to go from one room to another, you have to pass through the yard. Even if you want to go to the bathroom, you have to go through the yard. Jamal came out of her room, heading to the kitchen. She had plans for the kitchen. She planned to make tea for Abu Jamal. It was around 10 p.m. and the house was enveloped in darkness, with only a lamp on. Only they illuminated the house. The yard was very dark and shadowy. Jamal reached the kitchen and made tea. She made tea for the tray. Then she went back to the room. She passed by the Sidra tree, a sign located inside the house. She walked past the Sidra tree. She heard strange sounds. It distinctly sounded like children happily talking. The sign was shaking, even though there was no wind. After a while, past the Sidra tree, I distinctly heard a soft voice gently calling her name. Someone was calling her name, Jamal. Jamal. Jamal got scared. She was alone in the house. Abu Jamal and her kids are present, so she immediately dropped the tea tray from her hands. Out of fear, she quickly went to her husband. She went to tell him about what happened earlier. The event was terrifying. I would have fainted, not dropped the tray. I would have been out cold until now. Abu Jamal was awaiting her arrival. She affirmed the truth to Abu Jamal. I heard a voice by the Sidra. Children's voices. Then I heard a voice of someone calling me. Abu Jamal quickly accompanied her. We arrived at the Sidra location. I didn't hear any sound, nor did I see the Sidra moving. All was calm and everything seemed normal. So immediately Abu Jamal said, "God guide you, Jamal. There's nothing here. You're tired and imagining things. So let's not have tea. You frightened us when we asked for tea." But when Jamal insisted, she said, "No, I'm sure of what I heard, excuse me. Are you accusing me of lying? I'm telling you I heard someone calling me." I didn't hear any sound. This was the moment when Jamal had a strong reaction to what happened to her. So every time it becomes 7 o'clock at night, she doesn't leave her room. She avoids the cedar tree. Abu Jamal was uncertain about her. She has become afraid. At 7 o'clock, she remains in her room. She doesn't want to go out or do anything, even use the bathroom. So he thought of a way to encourage his wife to restore her former self. He mentioned that I need to find a way forward to get rid of the tree. My wife has fears. I need to find a solution. Jamal goes back to her former self. He kept thinking and thinking and thinking, until finally he found a solution. He said, "I need to burn the tree. I need to burn it. Let me burn it and get rid of it." One sunny day, they decided to go get some gasoline and poured it on the tree, and it caught fire. The tree burned. When the fire started, Jamal got upset. She went straight to him. She asked Abu Jamal what he did. "Why did you do this? Why was the tree moved?" Abu Jamal laughed and said to her, "It's cold and I wanted to warm up." "And why are you upset? Isn't this the tree that scared you?" "I moved it and now it's gone. What could be better than this? The fire can't be ignored. If you're afraid of it, we've burned it. What could be better than this?" Jamal was unhappy overall, because when the old tree was intensely burning, I vividly imagined people loudly screaming, as if there were people trapped in the tree, engulfed in flames. That's why Jamal felt upset and frightened about the situation. And after the tree completely burned down to ashes, Abu Jamal faced Jamal. He laughed at her. "Come on, now there are no sounds or anything. You will relax. You will not fear anything today. I will roam freely as you wish." Jamal fell silent. She was looking at the burned tree. and looking at Abu Jamal while scared. The tree was lost to fire. Abu Jamal finished by setting the tree ablaze. It was over. Days passed by slowly, and everything remained completely normal, until one day, Jamal went to the bathroom. She turned on the bathroom light. The light went out. When she turned it on, the light failed. She switched the light on again, but the bright light went out again unexpectedly. Jamal said, "It seems this light is broken." She went to get a candle and returned to the bathroom. Jamal entered the bathroom, candle held in her hands. As soon as she entered the small bathroom and glanced at the bathroom mirror, she noticed behind her a woman whose face was burned. Her hair was frizzy, and her clothes showed signs of burning. She appeared to be quite frightening. As soon as she locked eyes with Jamal, she immediately said to her, "Why did you move us? Why did you move us? You killed my son. You moved my son." At that moment, Jamal fainted from fear. She collapsed. The candle fell on her. Jamal collapsed. Abu Jamal heard his wife. He hurriedly rushed to the bathroom immediately. As soon as he opened the bathroom door, Jamal was lying on the floor. Her clothes were just starting to burn. Candle that fell on her. He poured water on her to put it out. He rushed to help her. He carried Jamal to her room. Then he took her to the hospital. Once she sat down in the hospital, Abu Jamal inquired about her situation. "What was that scream from the bathroom? You look unwell. Are you okay? What happened to you?" So Jamal told him what happened. "Her feelings are all because of you. What happened to me is all because of you. You went and disturbed the tree and moved those who lived there. Look what happened to me now." Abu Jamal had doubts about her. He accused her of fabricating stories. He said, "Just go home. Thankful you are safe. It was just nonsense that scared us. What's wrong with you?" After Jamal's hospital discharge one peaceful day, while they were soundly sleeping, they heard their little daughter. She was 10 years old and was sleeping. In her room, she was waking up, and the girl was screaming and very scared. So quickly Jamal went to her and Abu Jamal to find out why she was screaming. As soon as they got to her, they found her sitting on the bed, scared, and she was pointing to a spot. In the room, she told them, "Over there." There was someone sitting quietly with a burned face, and she was also scary. She was pointing at me. "I will seek vengeance on you. I'll seek revenge on you and those who disturbed us." Here, Jamal said, "That's enough. I can't stay in this house. I will never stay in this house." She said, "You have to, Abu Jamal. Go rent us another house. I refuse to stay in this haunted house. They seek revenge against us. We burned their house, and this happened to me. My daughter threatened to take revenge on me, hoping to stay safe and unharmed." Abu Jamal told her, Okay, I'm at your service. Let's see how this concludes. Let's see where we end up." Abu Jamal took her family and went to rent them a house in a nearby area. Abu Jamal inquired if she felt comfortable. "I got you a new house. I hope it helps forget what happened." So they stayed in the new house, believing it had come to an end, and they left the old house and the spirits in it. They said they would start a new life. And in these few days, while they were in the new house, while they slept at night, suddenly the family woke up to the girls' screams. They were screaming. They stood at their brother's room door, Jamal, their 16-year-old brother, and they were screaming. Jamal's room was on fire. Smoke was seeping from beneath the door. Jamal is inside the room, screaming to friends, "Open the door." But those outside are trying to open it. Jamal is attempting to open the door inside. They hurried out, calling the neighbors and people in the street to come and help them. "Let's contact the people to break the door, put out the fire and help Jamal," and tried to get out of the room. They discovered someone who had entered the house alongside them, and they tried to break the door. They were unable to do it. The fire was very big. No one was able to enter the locked room to rescue their son Jamal. The fire continued to spread in the room until Jamal was burned inside it, and he died. Firefighters took time to arrive, and they managed to break the door, put out the fire in the room. They found Jamal dead. The mother fainted upon seeing him. She collapsed. After Jamal's death for a while, the mother lost her mind. She lost her sanity, so they admitted her to a mental hospital. Due to the shock she experienced, death of her only son Jamal, Abu Jamal lived his life in sadness. Sad because of his son's death. His son passed away, and his wife was admitted into a mental hospital. He neglected his self-care. He cared for his daughters until he could no longer manage them. He took them in to live with him because their father was gone, and he didn't know where to go. And the other one became a problem. So Abu Jamal lived in that house alone, and people called it the house, the haunted house. Abu Jamal went outside. The children called him the genie while chasing him. They called Abu Jamal the genie. He lived alone in the house. They learned the tale of that house's events. He would go outside looking disheveled. His dishdasha was dirty, his hair long, and his beard was long. The kids referred to him as the genie. They called him the genie and chased him. He lived like that his whole life. Some people who were kind to him would send him food every day. They would provide him meals until one fateful day, a devastating fire broke out in the whole house. And Abu Jamal was inside the house, and he burned with the house. In the end, Abu Jamal died burned. Cedar was set on fire. He also died burned. He was asleep in bed during the house fire. Firefighters found him burned in bed. The house stayed this way for years. Burned, no one lived in it, and no one approached it.